So we're back again for the next posture, Ardha Baddha Padma Paschimattanasana. So this is, as I learned, this was the first posture where I actually bent the leg into a lotus. Actually, it wasn't. The first posture was Padmasana. From my first stage practice, we did the finishing sequence. But in the series, it's actually the first one. I mentioned that Ardha Baddha Padmattanasana was not taught till after we'd finished the primary series. So we actually learned the movement sitting down first. So some facts about what we need to do in bending the leg. So first off, the leg only bends this way. It only goes forwards and backwards. It's not meant to twist to the side. If you twist it, you start twisting on the joint and you'll start to tear or compress the ligaments and the tendons and meniscus. They all get damaged if you start twisting. But going forwards and backwards, no problem. The movement where we're creating to come into lotus is now in the groin. So we're working from the groin, and that's where we're taking the movement. Okay, so I'll give you a little test. This is what we sometimes teach people. We get a belt and bend the leg, and you just wrap the belt around. And I'm not going to tie it up too much because too much trouble. I'll just tie it. So we've actually tightened it. So now we've got the knee locked in, and now the only place we can move is in the joint. So it's a very nice way to learn this movement of the joint, and which is good. Once we have this, the movement now to go down is not to go down, but to go away. So if we had the belt and pushed the belt away, that's where we start to take the movement. Okay. So where does the movement originate from? From here. So we're going to reach from the middle down, out and down. So everything in between will be connecting but be pliable. It won't be like this. It'll be like the rubber band, which is a bit further away. I can't reach it, or like the rubber. There's pliability into it. And so there will be the ability to move. So now we're going to again look at this. So here's one of the things that happen. So be aware of what happens when you lift the leg up. Automatically the body responds. The muscles engage, especially in the groin. So they've engaged and contracted, and then you bend the leg and you have contraction and you take it down. It doesn't apply, shouldn't work this way. We need to lift the leg up so these muscles stay relaxed. So at the beginning, you can use your hand, keep your foot on the floor, slide up so it's relaxed, and then move the joint. It'll give you find there's much more movement in the joint. Ideally, when you've learned or if you had enough practice and enough connection, it may take time, but you work from the middle down, but you actually lift from the middle down, which means now the rubber band is extended from your xiphoid process to the feet, and so these muscles don't contract as much. They engage what they need to, but there's pliability in them. If you lift from here, it actually blocks. But lifting from here, much more pliable. So learn to lift from here or use your hand to bring the leg back. Then I'll hold the foot. So I want to stabilize the ankle. So I hold my foot, and so my movement now is coming. Knee is stable, ankle is stable. It's all in the hip. If you turn the foot, which many people do this way, and pull it, you're actually going to start overextending the outside of the leg. You're going to start pulling on the meniscus. And again, these things you're just asking for trouble. So people have knee pain, you tell them to keep the foot straight, press there, and pain disappears because there's more space. Okay, so come there, you reach the hand up. Don't reach around this way. It's a shortcut, but it also means the arms are short. Take the long way around, and the arm will reach all around, way to the foot. Grab the foot, breathe in, looking up. Do Surya Namaskar with your imaginary arms and come down. One of the other things that you should be aware of is the heel. as you go forward, the heel presses in. You actually flex the foot, so you put more pressure of the heel into the lower abdomen, which will give you a very good connection to the lower dantian as you come forward. Okay, so I'm going to ask Helen to come in and we'll demonstrate. So coming to Dandasana, again, the toes just stretch a little. Then she's going to bend the leg. And again, if she lifts from here, there'll be a much more relaxed leg, or she can just keep the heel on the floor and slide the leg back. So I like to keep the heel on the floor and then just drag it around. So then the leg becomes much more relaxed. Then you hold the foot here and then support the knee and then create the rotation. So we're looking for rotation here in the groin. So the leg is back and this arm lifts, or the other arm lifts, comes around and reaches. Hold the side of the foot. Then we come back. We're still breathing. Now there's the inhalation. So we're still in Sapta, even though we have this extra breath. Inhale, the imaginary Surya Namaskar. And then we exhale, the eyes down, head down, heel flexes, and she comes forward. And there we have a very beautiful forward bend, smoothness along the spine, not reaching the chin forward, bringing the head to the knee, which is what Pattabhi Jois says in Yoga Mala, bring the head down to the knee, breathing in. Then inhale, come back up. Bring up, exhale, stay. And then Dasha, inhale, bring the feet back, unfold, cross the legs, jump back, Chaturanga. Inhale. Triodasha, exhale. Chaturasha, you come through the sitting position and you come to Dandasana. And remember, this is Dandasana as described as the seventh position of Paschimattanasana, Dandasana. Pattabhi Jois says, come to Dandasana. So you come here, then you do the exhale. Exhale, take the leg back to the left side. All in one half a breath. Then the inhalation, the other half of the breath, lengthening up. Exhale, down. And again, you can see how the head is going down, but we're looking at the spine and the shape of the spine and the flow of chi along the spine. We're looking at the opening of the chest so the breath can flow in. And very nice. Then Shodasha, inhale, coming up, lengthening. There's an exhalation where you stay here, reconnect, reset the body. And then Saptadasha, you release and lift up. Ashtodasha into Chaturanga. Ekono Vimshati, Vimshati, and then we're back to Sapta. So we don't continue to Samastiti, we just change to Sapta, come through for the next posture. Thank you. Ardha Baddha Padma Paschimattanasana. Sweet.